Okay, friends, once I'm on my mat, I won't be able to see you or if you type in the comments. So hopefully nothing goes wrong that you need to tell me about. But happy Thanksgiving. I'm so glad you're here with me. And I'm going to head over to my mat. You're welcome to leave your video on or off. It's up to you. I highly recommend you mute yourself so that we don't all accidentally hear everyone's background noise. And we are going to start actually laying down with a little bit of a meditation. All right, so I'll give you guys a sec to get situated while I do the same, and then we'll get started. All right. So you should find whatever is really comfortable for you to lay down. Just finding a comfortable, stable position where you feel fully supported. Your back, your head, your neck are straight and comfortable. Maybe bringing support under your knees or finding a way that's comfortable for you to lay. If you've taken a lot of classes with me, you've heard me say before my little mantra of thank you, more please. And I grabbed this from a podcast or somewhere a little while back. And I think we all understand the importance of gratitude, and we do work hard to incorporate it in our lives. And we've all heard the advice like, have a gratitude journal and all of these things. And sometimes it's just not fitting into your season of life to sit down at the end of the day and write down what you're grateful for. Or sometimes you've lost it by the time you get to the end of the day and you're just like, my house, my kids, my dog, my significant other, And so for me, finding this way to grab gratitude in the moment became really important. So anytime something fantastic happens, big or small, like if you pull into Target and you have a best upfront parking spot, you just, thank you, more please. Or you get the last donut at the coffee shop, thank you, more please. Or something amazing and beautiful happens, it's much, much bigger, thank you, more please. And the more please reflects on our attitude towards lack and abundance. The ability to receive without waiting for the other shoe to drop, which is why we have to say more please, because we believe that more goodness exists and is available to us. So our meditation this morning is a thank you, more please, gratitude meditation. So if you're in your comfy spot, go ahead and allow your eyes to gently close. Take a slow, deep breath to bring yourself into this present moment and begin the process of feeling more peaceful and centered. Breathe into the belly so it expands as you breathe in and gets smaller as you breathe out. Now take a moment or two to mentally scan your body for any areas where there is tightness, where there is tension, where you feel sore. Breathe your warm, oxygen-filled breath into that area. And then as you breathe out, let the tension release, breathing it out along with your breath. Now notice any worries you feel this morning, any fear, anger, irritation, jealousy, or judgment. Sometimes we train ourselves to ignore these negative thoughts. But you can't change them if you don't acknowledge that they exist. Breathe into those feelings, simply noting them and allowing them to flow out as you breathe out. Not judging yourself for having those feelings. Breathing into these uncomfortable emotions and breathing out, releasing them. Now, any thoughts of memories or plans or associations, expectations, anything other than simply being here, breathing. Breathe into those thoughts. And as you breathe out, allow the thoughts to flow out with the breath. Now that our bodies and emotions and feelings, thoughts are a little more clear, a little more spacious and open, we can begin to focus on the events, the experiences, the people, the pets, the possessions for which we feel grateful. Just give gratitude the chance to come up naturally. When it comes up, just let yourself sink into the feeling. Surrender to it. Notice how it feels in your body, how your energy feels. And if gratitude doesn't come up right now, that's okay. You don't need to try to make yourself feel it. Just surrender into your heart and however it feels. Get away from your head. And recall that if you are joining me here this morning, you have already received several marvelous gifts. The gift of life itself, the most precious of gifts. Someone gave birth to you. Someone fed you as an infant, changed your diaper, clothed you, bathed you, taught you to speak and to understand. You have the gift of a heartbeat, steady, regular, moment after moment, pumping fresh, life-giving blood to all of your organs. For this, say to yourself, thank you, more please. Be aware of your heart beating, pulsing, filling with love and compassion and peace, and flowing that back out. Bring awareness to your eyes that let you see colors and faces and smiles, that let you see nature, the sunrise, the sunset, rainbows, the moon and the stars, yourself in the mirror. Bring awareness to your ears that beam in sound, music, laughter, the voices of those you love, the silence, all the beautiful sounds of life. Bring your awareness to your nose that smells the ocean breeze, the aroma of sweet perfume, the flowers, the trees, the freshly cut grass, the wafting smells that come from the kitchen, cupcakes in the oven. Bring your awareness to your lips and mouth, that tastes and savors and nourishes, that kisses and speaks, that whispers and sings. Bring your awareness to your hands that hold and touch and caress, that open and close, that applaud, that squeeze, the arms and shoulders that carry and hug and lift and stretch. Your feet and your toes, the gift to wiggle them, transport you, walk, run, dangle, dance, kick, fold, leap, and point. For all of these things, say thank you, more please. Now consider the people and pets you know who enrich your life. Those who smile at you and cheer you on. Those family, friends, a partner, acquaintances, colleagues, peers. Those ancestors who worked so you could live well. Those friends who support you when you need a shoulder or a hand. For all of these people, say thank you, more please. Next, turn your attention onto yourself. You are a unique individual, blessed with imagination, the ability to communicate, to learn from the past and to plan for the future, to overcome. And what about your tears, your sorrows, and the strength you seem to be able to muster to make it through each day? Bring your awareness to your abundance, your expansion, your evolution, your perspective shifts, the affluence and empathy and flow and love and light, your ability to see growth and potential in every moment. Now just breathe. Feel more grace and ease. Now experience the warmth, love, and compassion that gratitude brings into your heart. Think of love in your life and your connection to those things that are sweet and loving and honorable and just feel right. When we no longer take life for granted, we become grateful for everything that we have. Just breathe and feel this flow through you. Take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful in this moment. There's so much to feel grateful for in this moment, right now. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds, uplifting our spirits. For all of these things and for yourself, say thank you more, please. When you finish, you can notice the feeling of your body and breath in this place. Rest quietly for a moment, noticing how you feel throughout your body, your mind, your heart, compared with when we started. No judging, just noticing. Gently stretch your hands and arms, feet and legs. Let your eyes open slowly. If you have yourself propped up, go ahead and let your props be moved off to the side. Stretching your body out long along the mat. Pick up your left foot and swing it to the bottom left corner of your mat. With arms up over your head, use the left hand to grab the right wrist, pulling your hands to the top left corner of the mat. Finally, swinging the right ankle to cross over the left, feeling a stretch through the right side of the body. Banana pose. Breathing here, stretching long through the side of the body. And then lifting the right foot, swinging it over to the right corner of the mat. Switching the hands, using the right hand to pull the left wrist to the top right corner. Finally, lifting the left foot and swinging it across the right. Stretch moves to the left side of the body. Breathing here. Stretching to this side. And lifting the left foot and bringing it back to neutral. Releasing the hands, working your body back to simply neutral, lying flat on the floor here. We'll begin to hug the knees into the chest. Think about keeping your feet bright here. So flexing the feet as opposed to pointing the toes. Spreading the toes nice and wide. Pressing the feet against an invisible force. Hugging the knees into the chest. And then start to rock around on those hips. Just creating a small circle through the hips and the lower back. And then pausing, switching directions, circling the hips the other way. Finding stillness now, hugging the knees in again. And beginning to rock yourself front to back until you can rock yourself right up to seated. Finding yourself seated here on your mat. Maybe pulling the flesh out from under the sit bones, sitting up nice and tall. Plant the hands on the knees and leading with your heart. Start to make circles here as well. Warming up the hip joints, loosening through the spine. The next time your heart is forward, pause, switch directions. Keeping hands on knees here, pause again with heart forward and then come back up to neutral, sitting up nice and tall. Moving into a seated cat-cow here. Nice deep breath in, arch the belly forward, let the head hang all the way back, stretching through the throat and the front of the neck. Exhale, arching the back, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. A few more times here, following your breath, inhaling to cow. Exhaling cat. And after your next cat, sit up tall again. Inhale, arms up overhead. And then part the air, twist to your right. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe twist a little further. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, fold forward over the feet, over the legs. Plant the hands on the ground in front of you. However far out your hands are willing to walk. Your hips will tell you where to stop. Particularly the hip of whichever foot you have in front or on top. Breathe here, let the head hang down. Let the chest come close to the floor and to the legs. Breathe. Walk the hands back and rolling up. Switch which foot you have in front or on top. We'll inhale up here. Exhale, twist right. Inhale up tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, arms back up to center. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale back up to center and fold forward again over the feet, over the legs. Walking the hands out as far as you can comfortably go. Let the chest sink. Let the head hang down. I'm looking up so you can hear me. You should hang down as far as you can. Again, your other hip will tell you how far is too far and where to stop. Breathing here. And then walking hands back into center, rolling up. When you're ready, coming forward over the knees, finding your way into tabletop. Coming onto all fours. Make sure that you have your knees stacked under your hips, your wrists under elbows, under shoulders. If your toes are touching the mat, pointing down towards the floor, point them out behind you and press the shoelace part of your feet into the mat. Tops of the feet pressing down into the mat. The more you press down through the tops of the feet, the more you should feel the belly pull in. Breathing here, nice deep breath in, lower the belly, lift the face, find cow. Exhale, arch the back, hang the head, cat. Stay in your cat position here. Find your belly button and start to use it to draw a circle in the air, moving yourself through a nice barrel roll. And you can keep this movement mostly in the spine, or you can really let the arms and the hips get into it and make it a full body movement, whatever feels better in your body this morning. And then next time your belly button is at the floor, pause, switch directions. Beautiful. Start to find your way back to center, to neutral. Finding yourself coming right back into your tabletop, nice flat back. Walk your hands towards your knees. Allow your toes to tuck under now. And we'll start to rise up through our forward fold. Feet coming to the floor, hands dragging back to the feet. Feeling the legs start to engage. Maybe the hamstrings are a little bit like, oh, hey, good morning. Beautiful. Stay right here. We're going to walk our hands over to the left, pretending there's a box drawn around your feet. Walk your hands over to the left. Probably this coincides with the left side of your mat. Feel that stretch through the leg. Walk hands in front again, and then over to the opposite side. Moving hands to the right, feeling that stretch through the leg. Good, walk hands in front again. Bend your left knee towards your left elbow, planting that left hand on the floor. Straighten the right leg and sweep the right arm up into the air. Sweep that right arm down again. Plant the right hand on the floor. Bend the right knee towards the right elbow. Straighten that left leg. Left arm sweeps up overhead. And then sweeping the left hand back down. Put a bend in both knees. And nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice slow roll up to standing. Find yourself standing here, mountain pose. Rooting down through the four corners of the feet. Now, sometimes when we say the four corners of the feet, people think 1, 2, 3, 4. And really, each foot has four corners. So in the right foot, feel yourself press in at the base of the big toe and the base of the pinky toe on both sides of the back of the heel. Left foot, press down at the base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, both sides of the back of the heel. Beautiful. Inhale, arms now up overhead. And let your hands come together and sink down to your heart. Breathing. Start to feel the space at the back of your heart, right in this cavity. Feeling a space you're creating in the chest, between the organs, around the bones. Let this space just start to fill up with gratitude. Bringing arms up overhead again. Clasp your hands up overhead. Flip the palms towards the ceiling. Reach up. Then pull the shoulders back down out of the ears. Good. Part the air and start to dive down, finding your forward fold again. If you're not quite at the top of your mat, you could sneak up to the top of your mat like I just did. We'll start to plant our hands on the mat, stepping our feet back, finding our downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet here. Bending one knee, dropping the opposite heel. Let this pedaling be nice and slow. Letting each leg tell you when it's ready to switch, as opposed to racing, racing, racing. No need to pedal quickly here. And then eventually letting both heels reach for the floor. It's okay if they don't touch. Hips reach for the wall behind you. Chest presses towards the thighs. Inhale your right leg up overhead. And then step that right foot through.
towards the hands. Now, if it doesn't make it all the way there, simply drop the back knee, scoot the foot forward, and then lift that back knee. Good. Let your left heel drop in at a 45-degree angle. And there should be about a straight line from heel to heel. Left arm will cartwheel up, coming into warrior two. To make sure you're in your warrior two, hands can come to hips. Check that your hips are open to the side. Perhaps facing the wall or facing me, depending on how you're set up. And then bring your attention back down to your right knee. Let it stack right over the ankle. We check the knee second because the knee is more important. Arms can come back up to a T. Imagine you're pressing down on 1,000 fluffy marshmallows, bringing the shoulders down out of the ears. Bring your attention to the points of your hips and pull them together, engaging the core right here. When you do that, you'll feel the front of this hip, the inside of the front hip. Stretch and release. Breathing here. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring your head up as high and as tall as you can. Take another deep breath in. And this time on your exhale, reach out over that front knee as far as you can go. Legs don't change, torso does. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, reach a little bit further and then bring that right elbow down to rest on the right knee. Let this right hand be out in front of you on purpose, like you're holding a tray or extending a gift out in front of you. Left hand comes onto the hip and pull the left shoulder back and open, and then the left arm can come up overhead. This is already a challenging place to be. If you'd like to kick it up a notch this morning, you can extend this right hand out in front of you, taking the elbow up off the knee. If you try that and it's too much, simply bring the elbow back to the knee. Wherever your elbow is, let this right hand be out on purpose, offering your love, your gratitude out into the world. Good, this top hand is going to cartwheel around back to the floor. Drop both hands inside the right foot and then start to walk the hands left until you rotate into a wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment here to lift the heart, shine it forward. Feel that stretch through the back of the hamstrings as you lift the heart. And then lower the chest down again. Plant the hands on the floor and let your toes spin out 45 degrees. As they do that, the knees will want to bend. Let them follow over the ankles, rising up, goddess pose. Bring arms up into a cactus. Breathing here. Feel your power. Feel your heart cracking open. These arms can symbolize a lot of things. You could be here receiving gifts from everyone around you, receiving all the things you have to be thankful for. But they can also symbolically be letting go, allowing the weight you've been carrying around for months to lift up off the shoulders and fly away. One of my favorite sayings to remind myself of is that the mountain that you were carrying, you were only meant to climb. Stop picking it up and carrying it around with you. Put it down, climb it, learn the lesson, and move on. Inhale, arms up overhead, straighten the knees. Hands drop to hips, nice deep breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding back down. Start to walk the hands back to the right, rotating yourself into your runner's lunge, and then step that back foot forward, forward fold. Nice slow roll up to standing. Beautiful. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to switch sides of my mat so you don't have to look at my backside in goddess. Find that mountain pose here. Inhale, arms up overhead. Part the air, dive down, forward fold. Plant the hands and step back to your downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet here again if you like, although the legs should feel a little looser than they did before. And then letting both heels reach for the floor. Hips reach for the wall behind you, chest pressing towards the thighs. Inhale the left leg up overhead. And work to step the left foot up towards the hands. If the foot doesn't get as far as you want it to, drop the right knee, step the left foot forward. Lift the right knee. Spin the right heel in 45 degrees and set it down. Check that your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Right arm cartwheels us up. Warrior two. Again, checking hips are facing open, and then checking knees stacked over ankle. Arms come up to a T, and then press down on 1,000 fluffy marshmallows. Gaze out over that front hand. Feel your hip points pull together, engaging the core and unfolding through the hip. Breathe. Take a nice deep breath in, grow up as tall as you can. Exhale, start to lean out over that front knee. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale, lean a little bit further and then let that left elbow drop onto the left knee. Left hand out and flat in front of you on purpose. Right hand comes to the hip, cranking the torso open, bringing the shoulder back, and then reaching up overhead. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. If you want to make your life more challenging right here, you can extend this left hand out in front of you, coming up off the knee. If you try this and find it too hard, simply bring the elbow back to the knee. You can look down at the feet or up at the hand. Breathe. Left hand offering what you have to give out into the world. And then this right hand will cartwheel down onto the floor, both hands coming inside the foot, and then walking hands towards the right until you find yourself in your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull that heart forward, feel that stretch in the legs, and then lower back down. Planting the hands on the mat, spin the toes out 45 degrees. Let the knees begin to bend out over the ankles as you rise up. Goddess pose. Arms come up into a cactus. Again, receiving here or releasing here. Gaze up at the sky. If all you see is a ceiling that you have to examine and judge, close your eyes and imagine the blue sky above. Pull those hip points together. Continue to rise up tall through the spine and the crown of the head. Let the fingers be wide and open, either letting go or rejoicing and receiving. Breathe. Bring hands back onto hips now. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Let the toes rotate forward again as you plant the hands here. Start to heel toe the feet in, making your way into your forward fold. And then letting the hips drop down to the heels, finding yourself in a squat, and allowing yourself to come into seated. If you find that you've moved away from facing me, feel free to rearrange yourself. We're gonna lay back down again here to do a couple of final stretches, a twist, shavasana, and end with a loving kindness meditation. So from wherever you are, bring yourself into laying down on your mat, keeping the knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Bring this right foot up into the air, and then drop your right ankle over across the left knee. Reach forward, clasp behind that left thigh. Picture your head and shoulders stay flat on the mat, on the floor. Hugging in the left thigh, feeling that stretch in the right hip, right booty. Breathing here. Starting to let your breath slow down. Creating some space in the head and the heart. Keep your legs hugged in here. Open the arms up to a T, flat on the floor. And let the legs drop over to the left. Outside of the left leg, bottom of the right foot are going to come to the floor. I like to grab my right ankle with my left arm here. Turn your gaze out over that right hand. Feel this twist through the spine, but also stretching to the outside of the right hip. Again, breathing here. Slowing it back down. Creating the space. Let your right ankle now slide around the left knee, down the left shin until your knees are stacked. Top knee floats up first, bottom knee follows. Hug the knees into the chest. Plant the feet back onto the mat. Left foot now comes up overhead, drops across the right knee. Reaching forward, clasping behind that right thigh. Stretch here in the left hip, the left booty. Breathing here. If you notice a difference between one hip and the other, super normal. This stretch either feels easier or harder on this side. Letting the breath continue to slow. And keeping legs hugged in. Opening arms up to a T. Letting the legs drop over to the right. Outside of the right leg, bottom of the left foot coming to the floor. I like to grab my left ankle with my right hand, turning that gaze out over the left hand. Maybe letting eyes be closed. Inhaling to create space. Exhaling to surrender into the twist. Your mind is starting to flood with what the rest of the day will look like. You can allow it, you can acknowledge it, but keep breathing. Now able to meet the rest of the day from this space of gratitude. Let your left knee slide around, your left ankle rather, slide around the right knee, down the right shin. Top knee floats up, bottom knee follows. You can hug those knees into the chest. Maybe rock on that low back. And then extending the legs out long in front of you, beginning to set up for whatever will be your most comfortable Shavasana. I'll be sitting up so I can speak clearly to you. You should find your most comfortable spot lying down. Taking a second here to get comfy. Getting out any wiggles. Perhaps putting on socks or grabbing a blanket.
whatever that looks like for you at home today. Let your eyes begin to float closed. Wiggle your toes. Roll your ankles. Gently rock the hips. Wiggle the fingers. Roll the wrists. Shrug shoulders up to the ears and then walk shoulder blades back down underneath you. Wiggle the jaw. Rock the head side to side. Scrunch the eyes and the forehead and then let the head, the face, the neck, the whole body become soft and still. Bring your attention to the rise and fall of your belly. There are many different types of meditation that we can practice, but one of my favorites and most appropriate for today is something called a loving kindness meditation. So as I talk you through this, you'll just repeat to yourself in your head these short phrases. And our attention begins first on ourselves. Sending all the love that you have in your heart to yourself. Saying to yourself, may I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I live with ease. Now calling up in your mind someone who you love very much. Maybe it's someone you'll get to spend a day with, or maybe it's someone you desperately wish you could see today. Bring up this person in your mind's eye and send all the love in your heart to them. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Bring next into your mind's eye someone neutral in your life, whose presence is a blessing in some way, but who isn't part of your immediate circle. Perhaps your mailman or your garbage man, your child's bus driver, a neighbor who always waves. Bring up this person in your mind's eye. Send all the love in your heart to them this morning. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Here's the hardest part. Call up someone that you very much dislike. Someone who makes your life harder or more frustrating. Perhaps this is a family member you'll find yourself in conflict with today. Perhaps this is a politician. Perhaps this is, again, a neighbor, someone in your life, someone you don't often send well wishes to. Call up this person in your mind. And today, extend to them the love that's in your heart. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Finally, bring to mind your whole community. Maybe it's your entire family, your entire neighborhood. Maybe it's all of our state. Maybe it's all of our country. Maybe it's the entire world. The amount of love you possess in your heart is infinite. So focus on this large group to whom you'll be sending your love today. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Allow yourself now to release these people, to release these words, and bring your attention simply to the rise and fall of your belly. Sit here with your breath a moment longer. If distractions arise, noises, sounds, intrusions from your home, just acknowledge it, allow it. Meet it with a smile. And bring your attention back to your breath. Bring your attention now back to your breath. Begin to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, stretch arms up overhead like you're just waking up for the day. When you feel ready, take a moment to gently roll to one side. Finding here one last moment of stillness before embarking on the rest of your day. And again, when you feel ready, moving at your own pace. Gently make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Finding your comfy seat. Sit up nice and tall. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Take a moment here just to notice, how do you feel? Has anything changed from now from the beginning of class. Gather your hands together in front of your heart. Drop your nose to your fingertips. Acknowledge first yourself for taking the time to come to your mat this morning. As always, I thank you for coming to practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. If you would like to